Where's my aunt calling? Okay, what do you want to pick that back up at?
What'd you think of the Warner Brothers panel?
Bro. I feel like the Warner Brothers panel was synonymous of everything wrong with Warner Brothers. They literally just told it's let's juxtapose. Warner Brothers gave us a really cool intro with The Rock, where he comes levitating out of the stage like Jesus, hovers there for a little while, and is like, I'm gonna change everything.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
Say again?
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
What'd you say?
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
Say again?
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
What'd you say?
Now, I think one part of that is just The Rock being The Rock, right? And just being like, I'm playing a new character who's introduced. And Black Adam is comparable to Superman in power, right? I mean, he's very, very capable. And a fight with them, depending on who's writing it, could have a believable draw.
Who would win in a fight, Black Adam or Superman?
You should tell me.
Well, look, that's a great question, Luke. Don't threaten me with a good time, because I'm going to answer that question. Well, I will say, as you guys know, because we're all in deep with this mythology, and it's been the age-old question of who would win in a fight between Black Adam and Superman. Pound for pound, they're pretty close. I guess it probably all depends on who's playing Superman. I will just say that.
We got that. We got to see some stuff from Shazam.
Shazam-ily. Which I love saying that.
Copyright.
And like that was it. They didn't really have anything meaningful. What I think the Warner Brothers panel illustrated is they have no plans. They don't know what they're gonna do. They have no direction, right? Like literally nothing's planned out. These guys are flying by the seat of their pants, and it felt like it. Where it's like, hey guys, here's some stuff from projects that you already know about. I don't think they know what comes next. And I think the Warner Brothers panel illustrated they don't know what comes next. It was not terrible, but there's a reason no one's talking about it. There's a reason no one, like everybody's just like, The Rock looked awesome as Black Adam, and I can't wait to see the movie.
So what this means is every single one of you, all of you, all 6,000 of you, will be the first to see Black Adam on an IMAX screen. My gift to you. Enjoy.
And honestly, the Warner Brothers panel was just disappointing. It was not what I expected. Like, I expected more. I expected like, hey guys, here's what everything looks like after Flashpoint. Here's where we're going. Like, I expected something akin to what Marvel did. And I felt like Marvel just destroyed Warner Brothers.
It occurs to me, we have a little bit of time left, and there are a couple of ensembles we haven't mentioned yet, and I wonder if you guys wouldn't mind looking ahead a little bit with me to Phase 6. Phase 6, confirming Fantastic Four.
And I feel like that's because Warner Brothers let it happen.
The vibe I got was that he's kind of positioning himself to be a anti-hero Tony Stark Iron Man figure. He's very much trying to chess move his way into being that figure for DC films. And if it does pan out like that, do you think he's the perfect fit for it? Or do you think Black Adam as a character could potentially be the Iron Man of the new DC?
See, here's the thing about Black Adam, man, is when it comes to Black Adam, he's a great character that has so little exposure in the comics. He's had some great moments, but there's never really been an instance where Black Adam has been positioned in the same capacity as Batman or Superman or any of those guys. So I don't readily look at Black Adam and see him as what could potentially be the face of the DC cinematic universe going forward. Having said that, if they do, I would love that. But I think The Rock's also overselling it because I don't see The Rock doing this for 15 years. He's 50 years old, you know, and sure, he's in great shape, but that 50-year-old Dwayne Johnson physique is not going to be there when he's 65. And you got to keep in mind that, like, Tony Stark, give or take, played Iron Man for about a decade. You know, maybe a little bit longer than that if you know, add some of the, you know, maybe potential appearances or, you know, kind of fudge the lines a little bit. But, you know, is Dwayne Johnson going to be The Rock in 10 years? I don't know. And it's not even really, it's partially because of The Rock, right? So it's partially because of what Dwayne Johnson is capable of doing physically in 10 years. I mean, I think it's because Warner Brothers, their DC cinematic universe is literally a laboring beast gasping for breath. I don't know if it's going to even be a thing in 10 years. Yeah, I don't even know if it's going to, I don't know if what The Rock hopes will happen will even come to fruition in 10 years. But do I think that The Rock's Black Adam could be the linchpin? Do I think that Warner Brothers could build a cinematic universe around an anti-hero like The Rock? I think that's a big thing that was focused on in Jeff Johns' Shazam and the Seven Magic Lands. At the end of that story, Black Adam becomes a good guy, and he joins the Shazam family. So I don't know if he'll join the Shazam family in this. I mean, they are going to meet. Their powers are basically identical. It'd be ridiculous to have them as two characters that never meet, right? It'd be like when Goldberg went to WWE, you know, and him and Steve Austin never wrestled, right? Like the greatest match that never happened. You're definitely going to see The Rock, and you're definitely going to see Zachary Levi as Shazam meet and most likely come to blows, you know, as some kind of a misunderstanding. Same thing with Superman. But I think they're positioning him to become a good guy. And that in doing so, will he become the face of the MCU? I'm sorry, of Warner Brothers DC Cinematic Universe? No. At least not unless Henry Cavill leaves as Superman. As long as Henry Cavill's there, he's going to be the face. Whether Dwayne Johnson wants him to or not, because it's not up to Dwayne Johnson, it's up to the fan base. The fan base decides who the face of any superhero movie franchise is. We as the fans decided it was Tony Stark because we loved Tony Stark. If at any point over the course of the MCU, Tony Stark started losing popularity, they would have shifted his ass out. And they would have replaced him with somebody else, Captain America or what have you. They wouldn't have forced it. Warner Brothers might, but you know, people love Henry Cavill. I mean, one of the big talking points coming out, like just listening to people in Hall H, one of the big talking points coming out is, yeah, everything was cool. I really wish we'd gotten to see Henry Cavill. Like, that was a big thing that people were saying. So Henry Cavill is still very, very popular. So do I think that Dwayne Johnson will become the face of the DC Cinematic Universe? Yes, if Henry Cavill's not coming back as Superman. If Henry Cavill is coming back as Superman, no. It won't happen.